All right, y'all, welcome to session 2 of your beginner's course in options, okay? And today we're going to be speaking about candlesticks and trend. By the end of this, you are going to understand the anatomy of a candlestick. You're not going to be scared of it anymore. You're going to know all the parts and understand how these candlesticks are joined together or lined up next to each other just to show us what price is doing in a particular stock, okay? And then also you're going to know what is a trend, what makes up an uptrend, a downtrend, or a no trend, sideways trend, choppy, all those terms. So just make sure you have your pen and paper handy and you're ready to go. All right. If you have not done so yet, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and help this video get to 1,000 likes. I would greatly appreciate that. All right, y'all. So on my screen here, you are seeing a image of a bullish candlestick and a bearish candlestick. Okay. So when we're talking about bullish in any form in regards to a candle, a trend, or a movement in the market, think of that as green means up, prices going up. Okay. So when you see this bullish candle or a green candle, price is usually going up in regards to that, okay? Contrary to that, when you see a red candle, red trend, market is down, you will hear someone say, oh, it's a bearish trend, or it's a bearish market, or it's a bearish move. It'll be red, price is going down, okay? So bulls go up, ole, right? Just like in nature, bulls have the horns, they go up, and bears go down, roar. Now let's talk about the different parts of each candlestick, all right? We'll start with the green one. So when it comes to a bullish candle, I want you to pay attention, and this is a good note to take. Where that candle opens, it opens at the bottom of the candle, and then also to take note of where it closes at the top. Okay, now with a bullish candle and also a bearish candle, these little things that are sticking out at the top and the bottom are called wick. This fat part in the middle here is called a body. So think of it as your torso is the body. Your head would be the wick and your legs would be the bottom wick. And what the wick at the top tells us is the highest that price of that stock went during that particular time frame. Just keep that in mind. We're going to talk a little bit more about that when we go on the charts. The bottom wick shows the lowest level or the lowest price that the stock went during that time period. So we have the high and the low of this candle. Now let's go to bearish. When we look at the bearish candle, I want to point out where it opened. On a bearish candle, remember, RAR going down, price opens at the top and then it closes at the bottom, okay? So this is important to know where price opens or closes during the particular time period, okay? Then look here now, when it comes to the wick on the bearish candle, it's similar or the exact same as the bullish candle. The wick at the top tells us the highest that price went during that time period, and the low tells us the lowest that price went during that time period. Okay, so just simply put, my friends, the wicks tell us highs at the top, the wicks at the bottom tell us low. Okay? Bullish opens at the bottom, closes at the top. Bearish opens at the top, closes at the bottom. All right, so as you can see now, I've just pulled up a candlestick chart, and all this is, my friends, is the candlesticks that we just broken down, and I showed you the different parts of it lined up next to each other. So think of a candlestick as a visual of what price did during that time period. Instead of seeing a bunch of numbers floating around here, high, low, middle, whatever the case is, we have a visual. Just think of it as a thermostat to tell us what price did for 2 minutes. So up here, my friends, are time frame. And when you are on a different time frame, in this example, we're on a 2-minute time frame. Each candlestick simply represents what price did for 2 whole minutes. So here at the 9:30 candle, I can just hover and see exactly what price did. I can see where it opened, where it closed, the low and the high. And then simply when this 2 minutes is over, a new candle forms. And then the price does its same thing that it wants to do, right? It opens, it goes to the high, it goes to the low, and it closes. All right, y'all, so now I'm gonna give you a realistic view of how the candlesticks move in real time. All right, so let's go ahead and look at what these candlesticks look like when they are actually forming. All right, so as you can see, when it comes to the bearish candle, opens at the top, pushed down, and made a low wick, made a high wick, and it's still forming, right? It's still forming. It's not fully formed yet until this 1 minute is fully up. Okay, so this is how it fluctuates, right? It goes from red, it goes to green, it goes to red, it goes to green, and this candlestick is not fully formed or picked aside until that minute is up. All right, so this is the fluctuating you're going to be seeing in real time. So whatever time frame you're on, y'all, 2 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 1 minute, 15 minute, each candlestick, it's taking that amount of time to form. Now this 1 minute is finished, and look, a new candlestick open. All right, so now look at this candle forming, y'all. We had a bullish candle here, then we had a bearish candle close here, and now we're still in a 1 minute of this candle forming. We're not sure what it's going to be yet, right? We do see wicks forming here. We see our body here, and now boom, it has closed, and this is now a bullish candle. So that is simply what it is, y'all. Once they're formed, you just look at the chart as a whole to see what price is doing. Price went up, price went down, price went up, price went up. All right, y'all, so since we have discussed the difference between a bullish candlestick, bearish candlesticks, we've gone over the anatomy, how they actually move in different time frames. Now we're going to look at what is a trend, what makes up a trend. The fact that candlesticks simply, they join together to make either an uptrend, downtrend, or no trend. So to make an uptrend or a bullish trend, you remember I told you the green candles is bullish, Olay, they go up, right? Or price goes up on that particular stock. To make a bullish trend, my friend, or to be considered a bullish trend or an uptrend, we need to have a series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Don't get hung up on the HL. Don't get hung up. Here's the simple part of it, y'all, because you know I'm an elementary school teacher, and I want to make sure everybody understands, just like I would be teaching my little 5th graders, right? Price going up. It's going up, and it keep going up, and it keep going up. That's an uptrend, all right? So, simply put, contrary to that, hey, bearish trend or a downtrend. The definition of a bearish trend or a downtrend is a series of lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Okay, that's what these LH, lower high, and LL stands for lower low. Once again, let's keep it simple. Price is dropping. Okay, it was at 20, then it went to 19, then it went to 15, and then it got to like 10 or 11. Okay, it's going down. That's all that is. Now, when it comes to sideways, right? Sideways, ranging, consolidation, right? That kind of thing, just sideways. It go up a little bit, but it doesn't make a new high, right? It just stops there, right? Or it goes down and doesn't make a new low. So what it does, it stays inside this little range, right? It stays in this little section here, and what we call it choppy. So just think of that as like, you don't want to be in no choppy session. You want to be in either an uptrend, price keep rising, or in a downtrend, price keeps dropping. This is why option is a great way to trade as a beginner trader, because you can make money if price is going up, and also if price is going down. All right, y'all, so we have an uptrend, okay? This is an example of an uptrend, all right? So with this uptrend, or with this particular chart, I want to point out why this is an uptrend, okay? As you can see, price went down, okay? And as you can see throughout the series of this chart, right, all these candlesticks, this is higher than the previous high. And then what do we have? A new higher high. Okay, so all this is, you remember I was telling you that in order to be an uptrend, price just keeps going up. And I want to make this point, you know, when it comes to a trend, don't be confused that, you know, it dipped down a little bit. It is a part of the movement of the charts don't just go straight up or straight down, right? They have little pull in order to power up and keep going up. So keep that in mind. So this is a uptrend. Let me show you a downtrend. All right, so on this chart now, we have an example of a downtrend. Remember, to be a downtrend, we need to have a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, so you can clearly see that price is dropping. Okay, price was up at all the way up from 286.28, and it got all the way down to 280 at some point in this particular chart during this time. So my friend, or it will be very helpful to you in your trading journey to be able to visually see the difference between an uptrend and the difference between an uptrend and a downtrend, and also sideways no. All right, so the final image I want to show you in regards to candlesticks and trends is this here, which is called no trend or chop. This is where price is not in an uptrend nor a downtrend. It is making a series of choppy little candles, or they're going sideways. If you are ever confused, make sure you go and rewatch this video and see the difference between the uptrend, downtrend, and this. Stay away from this. This is where your money gets chopped up, and it's not good. So what do you do when you see this? You take your hand, right, and you sit on it. This is when, as a trader, my friends, you have to see, hey, it's not, nothing's happening. I don't do anything. If nothing is happening, y'all, do nothing. That's the best way to save yourself from a bunch of heartache. All right, y'all. So I hope this part 2 of your options course was helpful. Come back for part 3. Make sure, if you have not done so yet, go ahead and subscribe and put on the notification bell, because you don't want to be missing out on part 3. And make sure you give me a thumbs up. Help me get this video to 1,000 likes. And if you want some more resources, if you want to actually get my levels, I draw my levels fresh every day and drop them inside of my free community. All you have to do is comment. You get levels Monday through Friday, and you get, like I said, a lot of awesome resources going forward. So make sure you comment the word freedom, or you can simply click the link in my description, and I will see you in part 3.